Right, we're ready to start the stream. Good morning, everyone. As everyone filters in, good morning. Right, so let's get the paperwork out of the way. If you haven't seen a doctor to allow you to exercise, please see a doctor. If you don't want to see a doctor, you can fill out my health questionnaire form online, which is actually tagged below this video on YouTube and my website, or pinned at the top of Facebook. Fill out the first sheet and the last sheet. Anything which says yes, you might have to dig into the middle a little bit. Send it to me via messenger, email, or whatever. I'll get back to you and we'll get you exercising soon. Right, that's out of the way. Good morning. Right, well, we did have a winner, and the winner's in the chat today. I'm just going to mention you by your initial. So Jay, you won. Good on you. The answer was side lunge. That's where I actually did the comment of Joey doing a lunge in old Chandler's clothes. Right, so we're going to go to the main scene. Good morning, everyone. Right. So yes, there was an unintentional error on last stream. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. I did actually mistake. I put up the wrong surround overlay. I have to think about the name then. So those on that side wouldn't have actually gelled with what the exercise we were doing. I'm sorry about that. I tried to fix it in post-production, but unfortunately my video software wasn't working very well at all. So I just had to put it up. So I'm terribly sorry about that. Right, so we may as well get on with it. So today's talk is another one, myth number 2. It takes 21 days to form a habit. Habits are the be-all and end-all. Oh, thank you for Declan Doyle again for these. Habits are the be-all and end-all in health, so it's no surprise people are keen to understand how long they will take to form. However, the magic number of days, of 21 days, doesn't, for want of a better expression, add up. The number actually came from a plastic surgeon called Dr. Maxwell Maltz in the 1950s. Typically, when Dr. Maltz would perform an operation, he found that it would take the patients a minimum of 21 days, keyword there is minimum, to get used to seeing their new face. Similarly, when a patient had an amputated body part, like an egg, leg or an arm, not an egg, he noticed that the patient would sense a phantom limb for about 21 days before adjusting to the new circumstances. Again, magic word, about. He also noticed that his own behaviour, that it took around 21 days to wire in a new habit, and because his pattern kept emerging, he reported it in his book Psycho-Cybernetics. Sounds like a science fiction novel. That went on to sell over 30 million copies. Excuse me. This is where the problem started, as with that amount of hype, it influenced major life courses and self-help professionals, from Tony Robbins to Zig Ziglar and everyone in between. As with everything that gets recited often by more than one person, lots of things gets lost in translation. And what these most forget is that Dr. Maltz said it takes a minimum of 21 days and therefore wasn't making a definitive statement of fact. He was simply reciting his own personal experience and observation. N equals 1 is not a good statistic to base a conclusion on. The length of habit timing dyslexia jumping in there. The length of the habit timing idea was tested in the study by Philippa Lally in the psychology department of University College London. The study examined the habits of 96 people over a 12-week period. Each person chose one habit for the 12 weeks and reported each day on whether or not they did that behaviour and how automatic the behaviour felt. They showed that the time it took the participants automatically to do it without thinking ranged from 18 to 254 days, the entire 12 weeks. With the average of 66 days. I've reported that in the past, that basically I said 61 to 66, because I've read the reports myself on this. I burst this myth a long time ago as well. As you can see, there is a widespread, and there is widespread, and this sorry, this does not make sense to me in my brain. So let me just get it going. I just read it through a minute ago and it made sense. As you can see, there is a this is widespread. That's it, and this spread depends on how easy or hard the new habit is. Invariably, the easier the new habit is, the faster the learning curve, and vice versa. Right, the truth section. The truth. The truth is that it will probably take you around 2 to 8 months to lock in a new habit, depending on how hard or easy, or I'm going to add how much you want to make it on yourself. Not 21 days. However, it shouldn't be a numbers game, because you're going to have to keep doing it for it to become effective. And also, once you become doing it, you're going to be doing it anyway, forever. So, magic number or not, a good habit is a good habit to start. The extra bit I put on there is if you want to do it. A lot of people, especially in the personal training situation, find that people who don't, there are people who are ignorant of what's good for them because they've basically been deluded, and then they get to the next step, which is like, yeah, I need to do something, but they never do anything about it. Because they don't want to do anything about it, because they think the thought is good habit for themselves to actually suddenly reverse what they have a problem with. Then the next step is to think, right, I will actually search someone else. So it's the next step. They think they're actually doing more, so they actually are getting better at what they're trying to solve. Then it's the fourth step, where they contact the people and actually make an appointment. It takes a long time to get from point 1 to point 4. It's an 8-step system where basically you can actually go back in a cycle. At the end one, number 8, is called termination, where basically you terminate the loop. It's not the termination of the actual thing that you basically end up back at level 1. No, you go all the way through, you terminate it because you don't need that loop anymore, you're doing it naturally. That's what the termination of point 8 is. So that's what habit forming is. You need to get from point 1 to point 8, which is the termination, and try and miss out point 6 and 7, which loops you back. Okay? So that's regression. So it's all about want to do it, necessity to do it, because a lot of people, they're like children, they put the heels in the ground, I don't want to do it. I know a lot of people who won't change their diet, but they think exercise will be the answer to everything. It won't be the answer to everything. It'll help them, it'll get them stronger, get them fitter, they'll feel great, but they won't lose weight as fast. They might lose a little bit of weight, well, sorry, let's say body fat, not weight, because basically if they're doing weights or anything like that, they will be gaining weight, but they'll be going leaner. So you've got to be careful about habits. Okay, a good habit is, I say this for diets because I don't believe in diets at all. I don't like using the word diet to actually eat healthily. It's a habit. It's a new habit that you have to actually form, and the habit is lifelong, or it should be. Okay, right, well that's how that over and done with. I'll probably bore you to sleep, or bore you to tears. I know I did. Right, so let's start. Right. So today we're going to be marching on the spot. We've got dumbbells, we've got water, we've got mats in front, and ourselves. Excellent. Right, what we're going to do is, in a moment, we're going to do some ordinary flick kicks forward. This will go hand in hand with the first exercise. So in 5 seconds, so what we're going to do, we're going to kick, kick, kick. So you can see my arms. It's not just my legs which are moving, it's my arms as well. Let's go. Let's do some kicking. That's it. Try and point your toes towards the end. Don't curl them over. Right, we're going to go a little bit farther to the side. A little bit of a twist. You might feel it in your glutes. That's it, good. Keep it up. Sorry, I've got a dry throat again today, so I'll be drinking lots of water. Right, knee to elbow. That's it, good. Keep it up. Right, let's do some torso twists. Keep those hips nice and still as possible. If you have problems, you can always back up against something, as long as you don't bang your elbow. Just to make sure. Table's perfect. A chair's alright. A cupboard, no, not so much. You don't want to end up with cups on you. Or you definitely don't want that Children's Britannica encyclopedia on your head. Right, let's reach up now. So arms nicely back and up. I get a little bob in there just because I like Bob. It's a good name. Excellent, good. Keep it up. I think I've got a spider web on my head. It's awesome, all the spiders are coming in now, aren't they? Or you women, get your little glasses out with a piece of the card underneath. Right, let's march on the spot again. A little bit of a bounce this time. Brilliant. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to do just some ordinary punching. Get that little twist as well in your body. Keep your tummy tight. So I'm not going for speed. Back to marching. In a moment I'll explain the new exercise, the first exercise. This is the new one. A little bit like an old one, but with an extra flair. Right, so I'll explain it now, so just keep up marching on the spot. So what we're going to be doing a flick kick squat. So we'll be squatting back, and as we get up, we'll come up and we'll kick forward. Down, kick forward, with opposite leg. Quite easy, quite simple. So make sure that bottom's back. Stack your shoulder, your knees and your toes. Just like number 7, it's head, shoulders, knees and toes. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So are you ready? Marching on the spot still. Having a little bit of a boogie. Come on, it's Freakout Friday. Gotta have fun. 20 seconds. Don't do this if you've got arthritis. Hurts. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's do squat flick kicks. If you don't want to do flick kicks, just do squats. If you want to do a bit of extra, you can go flick, kick, kick, down, kick, kick. It's up to you, but I'm just doing the single ones. I'm also kicking slightly to the diagonal, because I find that easier. Get a little bit of twist in your hips. Five seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Excellent. Right, we're going to do skipping next. For people who don't want to be doing this skipping, we're going to be just jumping on the spot. You can do high knees. Or if you want to skip, you can skip that way. You don't have to pretend to be skipping. You can actually just skip to the loo.
2, 1.
I think we'll do that. Let's go. Let's just go and skip. Get a little bit of spring in your step. Excellent. Keep it going. 20 seconds. Probably hear me like a little horse. 10 seconds. Well, big horse. Okay, be nice. 3, 2, 1. Right, 4-point jumps. So I'm going to pick 4 of these squares. I'm going to jump forward, side, back, back to the side to the beginning, and keep on going. If you don't want to do that, step out, along, back, together. Doesn't matter which foot you use, you will actually get round.
Exercise 1.3.
Okay, let's go. Just be careful of slick surfaces like tiles. Certain carpets aren't exactly too good to do this on. Also, if you want to work harder, make the square a little bit bigger. Use your toes to propel you. Five, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to need the dumbbells for this. What we're going to need to do is press them together. If you have problems with this, put one down, only use one. So what we're going to do a halo. So we're going to be above our head, behind, and we're going to rotate them round
3,
our head,
2,
trying to keep our back
1.
nice and straight. As you can see,
Exercise 1.4.
even I'm finding them difficult to put together. So we're going to do it in one direction, and then when I say change, you're going to change the direction. You're going to try and keep it next to about ear level. You ready for changing? 2, 1, and change direction. So it is a lot easier with one weight. It's designed mainly for kettlebells. I could get my little weighted cushion out, you could do that.
3,
2,
1.
1. Brilliant,
Change.
right. We're going to need the dumbbells again. Sorry, I've typed it out slightly differently at the moment. Well, it's going to be a new way of doing it. I need to come in to have a look. I can't see it very well. Right, toe touch to standing rows. So what we're going to do is shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. We're going to go down,
3,
try to touch our toe. As we
2,
come up, we're
1.
going to pull back into a
Exercise
row
1.5.
and back down again. So try and keep those legs just slightly bent and into a row. Try and get the shoulder blades back. Push your hips back as you go down. So your hands, when you come into the row at the top, should be about shoulder height. Five, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Excellent, go. We're going to do reach overs next, not with the dumbbells. So reach over, your one hand comes out, the same foot sneaks out to the side, heel spins ever so slightly up. As you come up over, nice diagonal,
3,
back down again,
2,
swap sides.
1. Exercise
It's almost like a
1.6.
step out, and go. If you find it painful on your hip, don't twist your foot out, just go side to side like that. Or you can just go over and over and you get a really good stretch and strain just on the sides. I found if you do 100 of those, like 50 to each side, it really does make those muscles work.
Three, 2.
It's also good to tie you out for the bed.
Change.
Brilliant, right, okay, next exercise. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, right. So we're going to start off with the dumbbells. The head's not straight up, shoulders, knees, and then toes, okay? Head, shoulders,
3, 2,
knees,
1.
toes, okay?
Exercise
Let's go,
1.7.
head, shoulders, knees and toes, not knees and toes. Well, that could be good. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. we won't do the knees and toes bit. So try and stick those hips back again. Could be for nice strong back. So you stick your bottom back, so you should be like a figure 7. You will really lean your hamstrings.
3, 2, 1. Water break.
Brilliant. The reason why in the last exercise I like to stop it is because it stops momentum. So if people just go up, down, up, they're actually going to throw the back out. So I designed this the other day. So it basically, you need to stop, 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 and then back up again. So it's to stop momentum. How did you find those? All right, Hope? Right, we'll open the door a little bit more. Won't be a moment. Yes, we go. Right. Okay, so in 35 seconds we've got flick kick squats. Sorry about this, 1 moment. Twenty seconds. 12, 10, 9, 8. I thought the timer stopped then. 5,
3,
ready, 2, 1, and
Exercise
squat,
2.1.
flick kick, squat, flick kick. Now you could do double to really get your balance going. Or you could do triple, but triple means that basically your knee feels like it's about to fall off. So we'll go back to single. Now if you're interested, if you found, oh, let's make things interesting, you could do the first set with 1 kick, second set with 2 kicks, third set with 3 kicks.
3,
2, 1.
change.
Right, skipping. So remember, those who don't want to do skipping, you can do high knees. Get the low impact aerobics going.
Three, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 2.2.
I think the best thing about doing classes like this and personal training is you give people an easy option. And most people won't do it unless there's something really significantly wrong. "15 seconds. There we go. Hop, skipping around the room. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Right, 4-point jumps. Should have saved your energy for this one. So I'm going to try and go from corner of each of these tiles. After a couple of times, when you're not looking down, you won't hit the marks.
3.
Just don't make sure you don't jump
1.
too far.
Exercise 2.3.
Let's go. And don't twist when you're trying to jump. Keep it nice and easy. Spring off those toes. So if you're doing the walking one, if you're going up in that direction, start with the same leg as you're going in that direction. So it's up, out, then change leg. Okay? If you do that, you can do line dancing.
Three, 2, 1.
Brilliant,
Change.
right, halos. I'm going to get my little cushion out. I would, if I could find it. It's not there. Sorry, dry throat again. Not COVID.
3, 2,
Right,
1.
let's start, let's go.
Exercise 2.4.
Also, one of these things is try not to move your head too far out of the way. You're actually not allowing your shoulders to really work. Three, two, one, and change direction. So you need to keep your tummy nice and tight to stop you from your hips from swinging around as well. Also, you got to try and stop yourself from leaning backwards. That's another big one. Excellent, good. Toe touch to standing rows. I quite like this one. Get on the idea the other day. Looked a bit silly down in the mess in the message in Manchester, trying them out. But there you go.
3.
I seem to like to look silly, so it doesn't matter.
1.
Right, so remember,
Exercise
bottom bike.
2.5.
You go down, up, and row. Down, and row. Again, sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Reach overs. So why don't we all try it without moving your hips this time? So shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. What we're going to do is try and get that nice. So as you go over,
2,
you go over sideways, not backwards,
Exercise 2.6.
not forwards. Okay, so let's go. Feel that nice stretch. If you really want to feel that stretch, let's do one side, put your hand underneath your shoulder blade and do that. You really feel the muscle working. And we'll swap in 3, 2, 1 and go. Other side. So you'll really feel your lats, and you might actually feel little bumps underneath. That's part of your rib cage, and in between those, there's a muscle over the top, called the serratus anterior.
1. Change.
That's about breathing, trying to get everything working. Right, so what we're doing now, we're doing head, shoulders, knees and toes. So if you have children with you, you can actually do head, shoulders, knees and toes. Quite happy to do
3,
that.
2.
Just don't do it with the
1.
dumbbells, you'll knock yourself out.
Exercise 2.7.
So head, shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. There we go, good. Deliberate motion. Try and keep it nice and fluid. Don't want any kind of like throwing yourself around like that, because that actually hurt my back a little bit. Nice and fluid. Three, 2, 1, and water break. Last time through. On Fridays, the stream might be a bit late now. Some days actually, because I've got clients directly afterwards, so they might be mid-afternoon by the time they're uploaded. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm getting a lot busier. The slots are actually filling up, so if anyone wants any, or anyone knows of anyone to want to do personal training, please contact me, because I am filling up really quickly. Right, so 50 seconds left. Get those hips wiggling with the beat. I like this. I like this because it really does work your side. Just standing here, just doing the washing up or cooking. Oops. I thought I turned off all the messages. Right, are you ready? Last time through for the squat, flick, kick, squat. One of these days I might get one of the names right. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down
Exercise
and flick it.
3.1.
Oh, I've got a kettlebell there. I'll show you the halo with the kettlebell. Used to do it in my classes. Janet will know that. So I'm kicking again to the side. Whichever you feel as though you want to work a little bit more. Going to the side will work more muscles.
But
if you have inward rotation of the
change.
The knees, that might actually be better for you. Try and really strengthen that side of the outside of your thigh. Conversely, it might actually be worse for you. Depends on your condition.
3,
right, skipping.
2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 3.2.
Bit of fun. Can I juggle? My friend's a baker, his name is Ralph. I don't know the rhyme, just making it up as we go along. Like most sessions, really. Again, sorry about the cough. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent, 4-point jump. In 16 seconds. So I'm going to get to my little box. So I'll put anyone falling over, I hope you haven't hurt yourself. I'll be working really nice and sensibly. Sensible's not my middle name,
3,
but I try to.
2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 3.3.
I'm even in time with the music. Good job it isn't 160 beats a minute. There's no way I could do that. I've got more to a pentagonal now. 8-point jumps.
3, 2, 1. Change.
I know pentagonal's not got 8 points, but you know the idea. Right, halos. So I'm going to use a kettlebell this time. Start at the corner of my beady eye. So I tend to hold it facing downwards.
3, 2.
It's easy because if you hold it upwards and it slides down, it's going to smack you on the head. It's a lot easier. You can see you actually keep your head a lot stiller, and your shoulders are working a lot more. And changing direction now. Almost like he wants to be a millionaire then. And the winner is, and 10 minutes later they tell you. Three, two, 1.
Change.
Toe touch yes to standing rows. Oh, they're cutting concrete outside again. God, it stinks.
3, 2.
Are you ready?
1.
Remember, shoulder width
Exercise
apart, feet.
3.5.
Let's go. So down and roll back. Down, roll back. Chicken wings. So remember to get those hips back. 10 seconds left. If you're not doing it now, too late really, isn't it? 5 seconds left.
3,
2, 1. Brilliant. Reach overs. Yep, reach overs. I wish I could get rid of this drac off. Very tickly. Back of the throat. Other than that, fine.
3, 2,
Right, so reach overs.
1.
So we're going to go out.
Exercise
You can go out with the leg
3.6.
again if you want. I like it going out with the leg. You don't get as much stretch of your lats as before, but it's more of a really good aerobic workout. Try and get that nice long diagonal. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant.
Change.
Right. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. You can do this again with kettlebell if you wanted. So let's get in position. 3 seconds to
3,
start.
2.
So arms up to the
1.
head's position.
Exercise 3.7.
Shoulders, knees and toes. So with a kettlebell, you would go ahead, shoulders in front, knees and toes. It's a bit more difficult. You do have to lean a bit further forward. Actually, it's not advisable if you've got a bad back or if you're prone to bad backs. So actually just ignore me. Most people do, especially my children. They are of the age. Five seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa, brilliant.
Water
Water break. It's time for the core section. Right, so get my mat out. Right, brush down your carpet, get your mats out, whatever you want to do. Right, so we've got 20 scissor twists, 15 jackknives, and 20 glute bridge knee raises. Right, so scissor twists. So you're lying, spread eagle on the floor like a star, alternate leg and foot, try and go up and touch. If you can't touch your toe, touch your heel, touch your shin. If you can't do that, just either hand or elbow to your knee, and then you change it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is, what was it? Jackknives. So a jackknife is you sit on your feet, hands out front, and you bring your feet in. Okay, that's a jackknife. Like a knife going in and out, but if you want an assisted version, you can put your hands slightly backwards. I put mine facing 45-degree backwards. Some people put facing forwards. I find it more comfortable with the hands facing backwards, and then you can do 15 that way. If you have a problem with your coccyx or sacrum, double over your mat or put a cushion underneath you. The last one
2, 1.
is going to be a glute bridge knee rise. So what we're going to do is go up, down, knee up, down, up, other knee up. Okay, so it's going to really pull on that glute. Okay, are we ready to do the scissor twists? I think we've got 20. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good. 13, try and get the shoulders to the floor. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Brilliant, right. So just as your abs start getting a little bit tired, we're going to be doing jackknives. So remember, if you want to do the assisted one, you can put your hands behind. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Brilliant. Right. Into the glute bridge knee raise. Are you ready? Are you steady? Sleep. No. Let's go. Up, down, one knee up, down, bridge, down, other knee up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I was awesome, 18, 19, last one, 20. Right, so how do you do? We're going to do that again in a minute. Hope you did alright on that. It's something that I have noticed a lot of people when they do glute bridges, they tend to go with momentum, they try and basically, it's almost like a cycle, they don't stop. So they go, just like a clock, just like up, hold, down, up, hold, down. That's a proper glute bridge. You're not cycling it up and down like that because you're actually putting more strain on the back. That's why I'm putting the knee rise in, so when you go down, you have to stop and bring your knee up, go up, and then when you get up, you're going to think about what you're doing next. So it makes you pause. That's why I add little things on, just to make you think. Sneaky like that. Right, let's get going. Next, last set. And scissor twist starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, so that's scissor twist done, or demented starfish, depending on how you want to say it. Let's get back to this, to the jackknives. Are you ready? Are you? Have a breath. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and oh, 15. I think you stabilised right at the end. 15, did it? Come on, catch up. There we go. You ready for the last glutes? And 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Brilliant. So how did you do? Hopefully you didn't pull your glutes fully off the floor afterwards. When you do that, your hips will rotate slightly into what's called posterior tilt. So your top of your hips do face backwards and the front goes forward. That's fine. That's actually a good position to be in, as long as you don't actually really out of line. Right, so let's get the stretches done. We've got 30 seconds left of the core. We can do it again. No, we can't. Right, so just have a breather. Keep down, keep your knees up. Your heart rate doesn't really have to reduce that much because I don't think you've been working that well. You have been working hard, but because we're doing the core, your heart won't be working as fast. So in 10 seconds, let's do the start of the stretches. So we're going to start with our legs straight.
2, 1, cool down.
Now this time what we're going to do, we're going to pull our leg in to our chest really tight. So my hands are underneath the thigh, I'm going to pull it in. Really pulling as far as you can. Excellent, good. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and straighten that leg as much as possible to really feel that hamstring. So you should be able to kiss your knee. Well, in an ideal world, the legs should be wrapped around your shoulders, but we're not for Excellent. You can probably tell that my legs shaking actually. The hamstrings are really pulling tight on this. That's really good. Bring it down again. Pull it in nice and tight again. Should be able to get it a little bit further. Three, two, one. Let's swap legs. Oh, a little bit of tightness in the old hip there. Let's do a hip stretch in a minute. Three, two, one. Try and lift that leg up. If you get it straight, fantastic. So don't try and round your back up with this, it's just basically just trying to lift your leg. But a lot of people think that this is how I'm just going to demonstrate for you, this is how the line hamstring stretch should be done. But it's not the best one. You need to keep it nice and straight for that one. Okay, this one, you're actually pulling in as much as you can to your chest, and then you lift your leg up. So it's working more of the hamstring down there, over your glutes. Excellent, pull it in nice and tight again. Three, two, one, and release. Brilliant, right, just wiggle those legs, get those hips working again. Let's stand up. Nice and easy, don't want to get too light-headed. What we're going to do is take a nice long lunge. Clench your bottom to do pelvic, rotate your pelvis into a posterior tilt. So remember, it's the top of the hips, whichever direction that's facing. Anterior that way, posterior that way. So tighten your glutes, push forward, feel that stretch nicely over your thigh. Well, nice is a very relative term. Three, two, one, and change. So you can see I try and keep my back nice and straight. I don't round my shoulders. Three, two, one, and let's stand up. And we'll stretch our chest out. Keeping our hands behind us, let's move them up above our heads. Watching the Victorian eras. Interlace your hands, turn them over, push up towards the ceiling. If you have problems with your wrists or any kind of delicate in the wrist, grab hold of the other wrist and then pull. And then every so often you can change and you're pulling that way. Otherwise what you do is you miss one side. Three, two, one, and release. And thank you very much, everybody.
3, 2.
No problem, you can join later on this morning. Hopefully I'll have it uploaded for you by then. Right, so thank you very much all for coming. Have a good weekend. I just didn't realise it was actually Friday today. So I hope everyone has a good weekend, has a nice safe weekend, enjoy the weather no matter how wet or dry it is. God bless, and I'll see you all later. You take care. See you all on Monday at 9:30.